tonight's question is, how do you know that the one you're with is the one that God sent you? So in Genesis 24, it's a good one. This chapter's got it all. It's got love, prayer, faith, obedience, and divine appointments. It's the longest chapter in Genesis, and it reads like a southern love story where God's the matchmaker and the camels are the Uber. Let's walk through how Isaac meets Rebekah and how the Lord runs the show from start to finish. In verses 1 through 4, Abraham sends a servant. So Abraham was now a very old man, and the Lord had blessed him in every way. Old Abe's getting ready to pass the baton. Isaac needs a wife, but not just anybody. Abraham says, "Swear by the Lord that you will not allow my son to marry one of these local Canaanite women." Abraham knows who you marry matters. He sends this top servant to his homeland to find a wife that fears the Lord. In verses 5 through 9, the servant gets his mission. The servant's like, "What if she don't want to come?" Abraham says, "Don't worry. The Lord will send his angel ahead of you." That's faith right there. Abraham's trusting God not just for the land, but for the next generation of promise. In verses 10 through 14, you see a prayer at the well. So the servant, he heads out with 10 camels and a heart full of faith. And when he gets to the well, he prays a bold prayer. He says, "Oh Lord, please give me success today. I will ask one of them, please give me a drink from your jug. If she says yes, I will water your camels too. Let her be the one." Now that's specific. He's not just looking for a pretty face. He's looking for character. He's looking for kindness and hospitality. In verses 15 through 21, here comes Rebekah. Before he even finishes praying, boom, Rebekah walks up. She was very beautiful and old enough to be married, and she went down to the spring to fill her jug and came up again. He asked her for water, and just like the prayer, she says, "I'll draw water for your camels too, until they have had enough to drink." Y'all, that's no small job. Camels can drink up to 25 gallons each. That girl wasn't lazy. She was kind, she was strong, and generous. In verses 22 through 27, the servant praises God. After seeing the sign fulfilled exactly, the servant gives her gifts and asks her who her people are. Turns out, she's Abraham's kinfolk. The man bowed low and worshiped the Lord. That's the right response when you see God showing up. You're supposed to worship. In verses 28 through 49, we meet the family. So Rebekah runs home, and her brother Laban, who we'll hear about much later, welcomes the servant. He tells the whole story from beginning to end. He testifies to how God led him straight to Rebekah. He says, "Tell me yes or no, and tell me as plainly as you can." In verses 50 through 61, Rebekah says yes. Laban and her daddy say, "Obviously, this is from the Lord." Then they ask Rebekah, and she boldly says, "Yes, I will go." So that's courage. That's stepping out in faith, leaving home, trusting God, stepping into her own role in the promise. And they bless her, saying, "May you become the mother of many millions." Verses 62 through 67, you see love at first sight. So Isaac, he went out to meditate in the fields. He looks up, and he saw the camels coming. Rebekah sees Isaac, asks who he is, and covers herself with a veil, which is a sign of humility and readiness. Then Isaac brought Rebekah into his mother Sarah's tent, and she became his wife. He loved her deeply. A beautiful ending, or really a beautiful beginning. So what's Genesis 24 teaching us? First, God is in the details. He answers specific prayers in specific ways. Second, marriage is serious. It's about character. It's about covenant, not just chemistry. Third, faith means obeying and trusting even when the road is uncertain. Fourth, God provides at the right time, in the right place, and through the right people. Listen, if God can line up camels, whales, jugs, and family trees, He can line up your life too. So when you're waiting for direction, pray bold, walk in faith, and trust the one who sends camels at just the right time. And keep reading your Bible. and don't be dumb.